day. I'll get that in a second. Whew. Hey, have you ever went to Walmart going to buy some Ore-Ida French fries and you come home with 2 motorcycles? I mean, I have. Whew. I can't stand that woman. Hey, Shovelhead Fej, not in the Shovelhead Shed. Anyway, I know this video is super long, so I'm gonna make this really super quick. This is the giveaway bike that we're doing. We still have stickers available. If you go to shovelheadffej.com. The whole thing about this video is that when you buy the stickers, when you buy the koozies, the shirts, the hats, when you go to my Patreon and stuff like that, this is how I can afford to do what I'm doing. And this video is basically about a bike that I found, and I'm fixing it up, and I'm going to end up probably giving it away to some kid, or I say kid, young person, be their first bike or whatever. And it's all because of you guys watching the channel, you guys buying the merchandise, because everything that we're getting, we're putting back into restoring these motorcycles and then giving these motorcycles away, some of them through sticker sales and stuff like that. So I do appreciate it. Like I said, man, this is a super long video. I think it's like 40 minutes or something like that. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I know that it's a long one. So anyway, Miss Dee Dee was supposed to be in this video. I don't know where she went. Peace. I have no idea. I swear to God, this woman vanishes all the time. Are you in here? What are you doing?
I'm either out here or inside cooking you some food, or out here doing paperwork for Shovelhead Fej.
You were supposed to have me with the video.
Well, I'm sorry. I was busy doing paperwork.
You want to do your part?
I do. I just want to say thank you to everybody for buying the merchandise, the stickers and everything. It helps us to, well, that actually helps him to
come on, make it snappy. This is a long video, man.
I'm sorry. It just helps him to. I'm not good at this. I'm not in front of this camera very much. It just helps Fej to get more bikes together so that we can get them out to other people. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you again. Bye.
Thank you. God almighty. Hey, it's Shovelhead Fej out in the Shovelhead Shed. You know, on the opening, I said I went out to Walmart to get some Ore-Ida French fries and came back with 2 motorcycles, and that's a true story. This is one of the motorcycles. This is a 2000 Sportster 883. Now, when I was looking at this motorcycle and I was listening to their story, when it comes to buying used motorcycles, I don't believe anything that anybody tells me. They're going to tell you anything because they want to depart you. They want you parted from your money. They're going to basically tell you anything to get your money. Now, this is how the story came. Was that this bike was bought brand new. It was an 883. The guy that bought it, he either put 1,600 miles on it and then had a 1,200 installed, the jugs, or it only has 1,600 miles. But the story goes that this is an 883 that has the 1,200 kit in it, and that he rode it and it scared him, and so he put it up, and that he put it up in around 2004 and never rode it again, and it sat in a barn. Now, the people that own this motorcycle, they owned a lot of property. I don't want to say they were well-to-do, but you know, some people can't afford to buy a motorcycle and then ride it for a little bit and then just let it go because of other interests and stuff like that. So I think that's what happened. Does it have 1,600 miles on it? I don't know. The reason being is because the battery's shot, and I can't turn on the I can't turn on. It has a digital odometer. I can't turn it on to see. I don't know anything about this motorcycle. I don't know if it starts. I don't know if it's froze. I don't think it's froze. I don't know if I know zero about this. The only reason that makes me think that the 2004 story is true is that it looks like it says 2004. It almost looks like there might have been another sticker on here. I don't know if that was a 2003 or what, but yeah, focus. So I would say, yeah, definitely 2004, 2005. It has just sat in a humid barn, a literal barn where they had cows and pigs and chickens and horses and all that other stuff. So you know, when people talk about barn finds, this is a real barn find. So long story short is that I did look in the gas tank. You're not going to be able to see anything. I did look in the gas tank. I did notice that there is some rust. You're not going to see anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little scope. I'm going to take off the plugs, see what the jugs look like. Of course, I'm going to drain all the oil, go through the primary. A lot of this stuff can be replaced. Is it worth the money? Oh, you know what? To me, it is. I don't have, you can go out there and buy this bike. Let me flip this screen around. You can go out there and buy this bike for $2 grand, $1,500, $3,000, $3,500, and not have to do anything with it. It'll probably have 15, 20, 30, 30,000 miles on it. Like I said, I don't know the miles on it. Or you could spend next to nothing and buy it. There's so many things that I could do this. I could turn it into a chopper. I can take this motor and put it into another hardtail frame. There's so many cool little things. I can make a pit bike out of this. I can make a little scamper out of this. You know what? I can fix it up, have very little money, clean everything up, make sure everything is running, replace some of the biffed up, ugly looking parts that are rusted, put a little bit of elbow grease in it, and I could give it away to some kid. And when I mean give it away, I'm not talking about through my channel. Somebody have a nice riding little bike. Anyway, it's raining, man. It's Florida. It's going to get really loud. So I'm going to pull these jugs off. I'm going to pull the spark plugs out. I'm going to look into the jugs, see what's going on in there. Peace. I can't record, it's too noisy. To me, that's a good sign. Yeah, it's been sitting for 20 years, But at least I know it wasn't running rich. I don't see no oil on that plug. So I know that chances of this motor being blown are not that great. Now the woman said that her brother, he passed away, she said that he only rode it once or twice, and then, like I said, it scared him. He wasn't a motorcycle guy, I guess, and it scared him and he put it up. And they're just like that. They're stories, who knows? Can you, let me see. Yeah, there you go. Now, that's a good looking spark plug. That means that when this motor was running, it was running right. So, first of all, I don't think the motor's blown. Alright, I'm going to put my little camera down and let into the bore, and let's see what we got. Alright, this is going to be hard to do. So, anyway, that's the top of the piston. That looks really super good. Let me look at the cylinders. Hang on, I'll see if I can get it. Can you see the cylinders? I see the crosshatch. He barely, hold on, let me see if I can get it for you guys. This might just be a waste of time for y'all. I could just see, it still has the crosshatch in it. Hang on. There you go. Can you see it? If you can see it or if you can't see it. No holes in that piston. That was the rear piston. And on this one, same thing. Piston looks good. And I can see the crosshatch. So this tells me that, look at that. This tells me that this motorcycle wasn't, no holes in the piston. This tells me that the motorcycle wasn't used a lot after they did it. Now, how many miles are on it? I don't know. I'm going to take this battery. I'll put in a fresh battery, at least one that I can get. We'll turn it on. We'll see how many miles are on it. I'm going to take a look into the carburetor. Of course, the carburetor is going to need to be rebuilt. It's a stock Harley-Davidson carburetor. Hated them. Not a fan of it. I did notice that I don't see anything where the bike has ever been crashed. All the tin's good. The one place that I did notice was right here on the clutch, and that could have been just knocked over, but there's a lot of rust on this bike. But I'm gonna get this bike going. You know what? Let's look down the tank real quick. All right, hang on. Let me set you up and we'll look down the tank. I'm sorry for all the camera shake and all that. This is not normally the way that I film things. All right, let me see. Let me, come on, turn on, buddy. All right. It's hard for me to see and to do this at the same time. You know what? Let me just look and I'll give you a play-by-play. It's not bad rust. There is some rust in there. I do have another tank. Oh, what the heck is that? Look at that, like some alien creature. If this doesn't come out good on video, I'm just going to cut this part out. But I do see some rust. That front baffle is rusted, and I'd almost, is it me or? Let me see. That looks like a damn snake skin. What the hell is that? Anyway, I'm going to use an auxiliary gas tank. I'm going to get this thing running, man. It's about 6 o'clock at night, so I can't work on it tonight. I'm going to work on it tomorrow, but I'm hoping by the end of the day tomorrow, I'm going to keep track. So let's see. I've been on it 15 minutes. So I'm gonna keep track of how long it takes me to get this thing going. But I'm confident. I'm really confident that, you know, I'll check, see if it has spark. But you know, I'll check to make sure that it has spark, that it has all the elements it needs to run. But before I do that, I definitely have to check. I am going to put some mystery oil in the cylinders, just in case. Oil them up, which I haven't even checked. I haven't checked the oil bag. And it ain't bone dry, but it's just there might be a 1/16 of an inch of oil in the bottom, which is a good thing and which is a bad thing. One of the good things is a lot of times when somebody goes to sell something, they always put the oil in there real quick, you know, and it's always clean, pretty oil. And that's how you know a lot of times when you're getting scanned is when you see good clean oil in there. This doesn't have any oil, so all that oil may be at the bottom of the engine, or it may have all leaked out. I don't know. But let me get to work, and when there's something exciting, I'll bring you back. Like I said, when I'm messing with motors that's been sitting up for a long time, I like to put some Marvel mystery oil, because that's what the old guys do. It worked for them. Just put some down the cylinder. I think it's actually automatic transmission fluid, to be honest with you. I think that's basically what it was. You may know about it, you may not know about it. It's like old school stuff back in the day. And it does wonders for valves and cylinder walls and stuff like that. It's a great penetrating oil, as well as it works. A lot of times if you have a motor that's seized up, you can let the Marvel mystery oil sit there for a few days on top of the cylinder. It kind of breaks everything up, loosens everything up. It works.
Well, this is my little voiceover section. I'm sure a lot of people wonder, why would I waste my time and energy on a POS Sportster? You know, ladies wear. It's not a real biker would not be caught dead on one of these. But you know, I beg to differ. A lot of us started on the Sportster, and it is a great little bike. And to be honest with you, man, I could not buy a mini bike at Tractor Supply cheaper than what I paid for this. So it's going to be a cool little bike for somebody. And you know what? I think all bikes are just cool. And I think all, you know, especially the Harley-Davidsons, man, if you can not get a lot of money into them, it doesn't matter if they're a Sportster or not. If you're not into them, you know, too much, they make, you know, a cool little bike for somebody's first little bike. So yeah, that's it.
That's 20 years of schmutz. That's a mud dauber's nest. Jesus, lightning. All right, I got a battery in here. It's a battery, not the battery. This battery don't belong in here. This is just temporary. I'll probably just bungee cord this in there. This is the only battery I got right now. What I didn't show you was earlier, before I took this off, I blew out in here around the cylinders. I don't do tech tips, but you don't want to take the plugs out of an old bike and all that dirt goes into the cylinders. So I've got the battery in. I'm gonna take take the plugs out. The mystery oil has been sitting in there. So I've got got the battery hooked up. Key is on. I got electricity. I got headlights. I got blinkers. Oh Lord, look at this. I got blinkers. I got blinkers all the way around. I got a stoplight. Hang on. I got another stoplight. The odometer is 3,859 miles on a 24-year-old bike. This bike is literally 6 months away from being an antique in Florida. So I'm happy as crap. I'll show the odometer in a second. I'm gonna see if I got any, we'll see if the starter works. I'm gonna see if the cylinders are seized. Now a lot of people are gonna freak out and go, oh no, you gotta go. Dude, just calm down. Cylinders aren't seized. Nope. I've got compression. That's a lovely thing. Do I have fire? Do I have fire? I don't know. Where's my lightning bringer? Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, dang it. That's here. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Yeah, dang it. Come on, man. Where you at? I hate to stop the video. Hang on. Where's my lightning bringer? Okay, found my lightning bringer, Harbor Freight. I went ahead and hooked everything up. If I've got spark, you're gonna see that right there. You're gonna see that light up. I got spark. I got spark. So I got spark on that cylinder. Let's take a look at this one. Yep. All right, I'm done. I got spark on both cylinders. So I got power because I've got compression. I've got electricity. So all I need now is fuel. So I honestly can probably get this thing running in about an hour. That's freaking awesome. Let's see what we're working with. Wow. This is the original air filter. You get $7.99 and it's a 2000, so still got the original air filter in it. It's kind of gunked up. I guarantee you this thing has sunk so much oil. Man, what is it with me and all these dirty bikes? In fact, Alright. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. It's not exciting to watch. You know, the crap, or not the crap thing, but the thing is, let me get that light out of here. Oh, Jesus, Andy, with these goddamn... The thing is, that light is still there. I'm kind of disappointed because, man, I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get 3, 4, 5, 6 videos out of this. You know, I think I'm gonna get one short video. This thing has been sitting for 20 freaking years. Yeah, barn find, will it run? I'm gonna say yeah. In fact, in a few minutes, I bet you I'm gonna fire this thing up. I'm gonna take this off. I wanna take the fuel line off. I don't want no gunk going into the carburetor or anything else like that until I check out what's in the gas tank. What I'm gonna cheat just a bit. We'll see if I can get fire out of it. Get it to fire up. I know I got spark. I know I got compression. I know it's in neutral. I know that all the oil is down here. I've got Mystery Marvel oil in the cylinders. So if I just get it to run for one split second, everything will be fine. Okay. So yeah, let me get to that. Let me take, you know, and while I'm working on this, let me give you the disclaimer. And God dang it, that stupid light. Come on. Still in the way. It's much better. While I'm working on this, I'm going to give you a fej-torial. This is the disclaimer. This is a fej-torial. This is not a tutorial. A tutorial is done by somebody who knows exactly what they're doing, and they take all the liabilities when they tell you how to do something. I'm not telling you to do this. God dang it, somebody put red Loctite on there. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm telling you this is how I do it. No, I'm sorry. I'm showing you this is how I do it. Please do not do what I do. Everything that I do is probably wrong. As someone pointed out, my name should be changed to Shovelhead Hack. Because, yeah, I can get stuff done. Oh, God. Oh, yes, son of a gun. I need to work on that. But anyway, yeah, no, this is just a fej-torial. Don't do how I do things because they're not probably done right. So, if you follow me in any way on how I do something, you're doing it at your own risk. It ain't my problem, it ain't my fault. This is just how I do it. And it's done wrong and improperly, like everything. Alright, it took a little bit of convincing, but I got them loose. Come on. Man, it's hot in there. I had to shut the doors. It was just a big rain that came in, and so all the doors are shut. Had to shut off the fans. And it's hot in here. It's Florida. Alright. I don't know if these were just seized up or they put red Loctite on there. What the crap. Oh, Lord. Nope. Alright. Alright, there you go. Come on here. Ouch, that hurt. How am I working on things, man? Hurts so much. It's like, God, you're always busting the knuckle. There's red Loctite. Red Loctite and a lot of oil. Oh, God. There you go. There you go. All right, I know this is boring. Seems that the spider is now being kicked out of his home. There's a lot of spider webs, and I'm sure a few rats lived in here. Pretty sure there's a damn snake skin in there, which it might not be, but it sure makes me wonder how it got in there. Or what's in there. What is that? That scared the crap out of me. Alright. That diaphragm was... you know what? Damn carburetor looks good. I'm gonna have to take this off. I'll check this diaphragm. I'm gonna take this line off. I don't want no fuel going in there. And then let's see what let's see if we can't get this thing to make a noise. Okay, this is the next day. I was gonna do some things, but then there was some national breaking news, and my phone kept ringing, so I ended up spending the rest of the day listening to that, see what's going on. So this is the following day. The good thing about it, it gave me some time to think things over before I started up. I'm going to take this tank off. I have an auxiliary tank I'm going to put on there. I did put oil in here. I assume that all the oil has sumped into the motor. And so there is oil in there. Then this motor will pump up the oil, and then I'll have to drain some of the oil out, and then I'll change the oil and all the other stuff. But before I do try to start it or anything, I want to look at the primary. I want to look at the clutches and stuff like that. I'm 100% without a shadow of a doubt. I know this motor is going to run. So far, I have about 15 minutes into this. You know what? I have a half an hour into this now. I've paid for this motorcycle. I have a half an hour into it, which is it's not that long. But I'll give it to you. I got a half an hour in this on a motorcycle that has sat since 2004. So, like I said, I don't know where we left off on the last part of the tape, the video, the digital, whatever this thing is called now. I don't know where we left off. But I'm gonna take this tank off, put an auxiliary tank on here just to get it running after I check everything out. I'm 99% sure I'm gonna have to rebuild this carburetor. I've never rebuilt one of these carburetors because I had no need to. As far as I'm concerned, take them off and throw them away. I do have an S&S that I could put on it. I have a Super E, or a B, but I don't have the manifold. So I'm going to see if I can get this thing working enough to at least get it right. See, Paul, I said I'd use it one day. In all my years of turning wrenches, I find that if you're going to work on a gas tank, especially if it's got old fuel in it, the fumes and stuff like that, that if you smoke a cigar, it cuts down on the fumes. It doesn't smell as bad. Don't do that. I know this tank is full of, I don't know if I'll be able to salvage this tank. It's full of a lot of gunk. I have another tank and I'm gonna, it's actually the wrong, jeez Louise, what's going on? There you go. There you go. No, this is gonna have to be rebuilt. It's actually toast. Oh gosh. All right, I gotta rebuild this, or at least clean it up. I don't have the pieces that I need. You know, I didn't film me cleaning out the petcock because that's kind of boring, but hey, come on, focus. Anyway, that was in this. If I had another petcock, I would just replace it, but I don't. I'm going to replace it. I just need to get this temporarily working so I can get this motor started. Gunk, Tony Gunk. All right, let me show you what I did so far. I did put the red gas tank on here. The problem is that petcock is just so gummed up. I cleaned it out and all that stuff, but I can't get it. So it started to leak a little bit. So I ended up taking it off. And I'm glad that I did, because as I'm looking, I noticed right in here, probably not going to focus, but right in here, this is my power wire. This is to the starter. And it's rubbing up against this, where this heat shield was. I guess it actually burnt it in half. So with sparks flying and fuel leaking, it's not good. So what I decided is, you know, I'm going to go ahead and order a petcock for it. I don't have an auxiliary tank, so I'll probably just order an auxiliary tank. I need one anyway. I've done without it for so long. I've been lucky. I'll get that, and I'll make sure everything is nice and dry and there's no fuel. I'll replace that cable. Actually, that cable looks too long, so what it looks like I can do is cut it and put a new end on it and save it if it's not if it doesn't make it too short. And I think to do that, I'm gonna end up probably taking off the exhaust and all that stuff. So I would say now I have about an hour into this motor. So far, the only money that I got into it is my time and the price that I paid for it, which I'll tell you how much I paid for it in a little bit. So it'll be a day or two or three or four, and then I'll get back to work on it. I want to get it started. I want to get it going. I wanted to go, hey, look what I can do in an hour, but didn't work out that way. It does have fire. It did start for a split second. I have to rebuild that carburetor, so until I get that tank, until I get that wire fixed, I can't go any farther. All right, peace. Okay, so what I did was I hooked up an auxiliary gas tank, something that I did have laying around, and you know, hope against hope. The carburetor, the float sticking and leaking and all the other stuff. You know, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But I wanted to go ahead and try it because I'm an impatient type guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this carburetor off. This is an original CV40. So I ordered a cheapo piece of crapo from China. And I'm going to put it on just to get it running. In the meantime, I'm going to get the rebuild kit so I can rebuild the original carburetor, and then I'll take it off, take the Chinese one off, and put the rebuilt one on there. But I wanted to get the one because I can't, it'll be here tomorrow. So one day, I think it was like 20 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. So anyway, and then like I said, I'll get the rebuild kit and rebuild this one. But one of the first things I got to do is I got to take this choke off. I think this is a 1/2 inch, 9/16. Take this off, pull it, and then loosen up the throttle control. And basically, this carburetor just pulls right on out. So that's what I'm going to do. This tank is gnarled up. Somewhere in there is supposed to be a plastic screen. Well, that didn't work out like I wanted it to. I didn't know it had. Oh Jesus, that smells like tequila. You know what I mean? God, that's what was plugging up the gas tank. All right, I drained the tank. This tank was just, it was biffed. It was terrible. I drained the oil, put some oil in it. I've drained the primary. So this is going to be the first start in 20-something freaking years. There was a short back here, and I thought I took care of it. But apparently there was another short, and I almost caught the motorcycle on fire. So I got electricity, good to go. 2 pumps, and gonna go ahead and hit the starter.
Well, I guess we'll have to wait till next week to see what old Shovelhead has gotten himself into.